Hey y'all, Pandy here of Pandy's Hair Candy and more. And as y'all can see, I am in the car on a rainy, gray, kind of overcast day for my lunch break. Anywho, it is officially day 16 of Black History Month, and your girl has fallen a bit behind because of my crazy work schedule, but I did get some information that I have been studying and reading up on that I wanted to share because you guys know I work in healthcare, and this year's theme for Black History Month 2022 is Black Health and Wellness. That is this year's theme. So, being a healthcare worker, I thought, why not focus and put some shine on the pioneers in Black history who impacted healthcare in medical in a positive way. And I think that coincides with what the whole theme is, right? So today I got information on several, but the one that I want to focus on is Miss Rebecca Lee Crumpler. Rebecca Lee Crumpler was born in 1831 and lived approximately to 1895. And let me tell you the importance with Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler. She was actually the first Black woman to earn a medical degree in the United States. Okay? She practiced in Boston, but then she moved to Richmond, Virginia, I'm assuming, after the Civil War. She returned to Boston, and it is credited with helping countless African Americans who had no access to health care. So I thought that was pretty impactful, pretty powerful, and some information that I wanted to share. Because oftentimes we observe Black History Month. We look at the Frederick Douglasses, the George Washington Carver, those traditional history makers and trailblazers. But how often do the ones go overlooked that made such huge impacts? You know what I'm saying? So there was more information. Let me just share a little bit more information, y'all, on Miss Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler. Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler was the first Black woman to earn a medical degree in the United States. A true pioneer, she battled deep-seated prejudice against women and African Americans in medicine. After earning her degree in Boston, she spent time in Richmond, Virginia, after the Civil War, caring for formerly enslaved people. In 1883, Dr. Crumpler published her book of medical discourses. It chronicles her experiences as a doctor and provides guidance on maternal and children's health. Born Rebecca Davis in Delaware in 1831, Crumpler was raised by an aunt in Pennsylvania who often cared for her sick neighbors. Those early experiences made her want to work to relieve the suffering of others. In the early 1850s, she moved to Massachusetts and became a nurse. Crumpler earned a place at the New England Female Medical College in 1860. The school was the first in the country to train women MDs. At that time, many men argued that women were too delicate or not intelligent enough to be doctors. Most medical schools barred Black students regardless of gender. The New England Female Medical College initially trained women to work only as midwives. This focus reflected its founder, Samuel Gregory's beliefs that it was improper for male doctors to assist with childbirth. But by the time Crumpler attended, the curriculum had expanded to encompass a more complete medical education. Dr. Crumpler graduated from New England Female Medical College in 1864, becoming the first female African American doctor. Her official degree was doctress of medicine. She began practicing in Boston, but at the end of the Civil War found herself drawn to Richmond, Virginia, as a proper field for patients where very poor people who would otherwise have had no access to medical care were available for her to assist. The enormous needs of these patients and the discrimination they faced from many white doctors encouraged an increasing number of African Americans to seek medical training. Dr. Cropler continued to practice after returning to Boston in the late 1860s. She treated patients in and around her home on Joy Street in the Beacon Hill area, at that time a mainly black neighborhood, and regardless of whether they could pay. Later, she and her second husband moved to Hyde Park neighborhood of Boston. In 1883, she published a book of medical discourses. It featured advice on treating illness in infants and young children and women of childbearing age. So Dr. Crumpler married twice, had one child, Miss Lizzie Sinclair Crumpler, and she passed away in Boston in 1895. She was buried at the Fairview Cemetery. Her life and work testify to her talent and determination to help other people in the face of doubled prejudice against her gender and race. So you all, that concludes day 16 of Black History Month. It is your girl Pandy of Pandy's Hair Candy and More. I know I'm looking kind of rough, but I'm at work. It is what it is. It's cold outside. It's raining. But I wanted to come on and just continue to keep sharing the information. You all, we have come a mighty long way. And we got so much more work to do here. So I just wanted to share that story. That was my first time hearing about Dr. Crumpler, and it makes me excited and motivated to want to find out more. So I will be researching her a bit more, because from what I was reading, there's not a lot known about her life. There's hardly any images of her that I could find, but there were a few. So I'm going to try to make sure I include that in at least the thumbnail of this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this news you can use for Black History Month. Also, be sure to check out my Black History Month 2022 playlist. I usually include it in the description box as well as the comments on these videos. Until next time, guys, stay safe, stay encouraged, and I will see you all in the next video. I need to get back up here, get my salad, and get my behind back to my desk. Peace, y'all. Later.